Alright, got myself a busy work day. Time to check my work emails. Man, I'm going to be so productive today. I'm going to get so much stuff done. Let me just close down YouTube here and... Wait a second. Did Architects just drop a new song? Oh my god, they did. Wait. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good night. Oh shit, we got ourselves some brand new Architects and their song Animals. It's off the new album called For Those That Wish to Exist, and Architects, I was on to you. Dropping a sick line of merch with some vague verbiage. I knew you had some tricks up your sleeve. Anyway, this is their new song. I don't want to waste any more time. I want to get straight into it, so that's enough chit chat, so let's fuck do it. I want to know where's my OG Hollow Crown fans are. Also, maybe my Ruin fans. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know where the OG fans are. Anyway, Animals. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm hoping for something experimental here, actually. Oh! Oh my god. So much sound, like, even the snare. Got that beer keg kind of sound from Slipknot.
I do my best, but everything seems ominous. Not feeling blessed, quite the opposite.
Ooh, experimenting, yeah. Okay, this is a lot different. This video is wicked. Loving it. They're definitely trying something new here, and I like it. And I'll explain why afterwards. Chorus again, let's go. Alright, I'm feeling this, man. Okay, that sounds sick. The off-time sounds, man. Throw me off.
Dream within a dream within a.
Woo!
We're just a bunch of fucking animals. But we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin. We're just a bunch of fucking animals.
Wow, okay, lots of thoughts on this one. Okay, so yeah, I'm an OG Architects fan. Like, I've been listening to these guys since Hollow Crown, so that's like more than 10 years now, I think. So, you know, for them to sound like this was only natural because the band has always constantly evolved, and I know a lot of metalcore kids always thought Architects sound the same. They only sound the same for 3 albums. These guys have like something like 7 albums. It's so their sound is always constantly evolving, and they pull a lot of influences from everywhere. Like, I know Sam's a huge Beatles fan. They listen to a lot of rap. You know, they're big Thrice fans, and Thrice is like one of my favorite bands. So I think that's why their music appeals to me so much. I think we have the same influences. But, you know, they're going for the radio rock, arena rock kind of sound on this particular track. And I think it worked really well, actually. This song was actually awesome. And I know I complain about verse, chorus bullshit, blah, blah, blah. If you know the channel, I talk about those boring kind of structures. And I'm going to use Fit for a King's new album, The Path, which was a huge letdown because it was commercial rock like this, but it was done so bland and so uninteresting. Here, there was layers to this shit. There was interesting vocal ideas. There was things that were fresh for the band, rather than Fit for a King just like, you know, being a cop-out of, like, they're still trying to be heavy, but it just doesn't sound good because it sounds repetitive and bland. This is how you make a arena rock song that just had so much layering and so much detail. There was like no screaming or anything, but this was just an evolution of their sound. And Architects can't be just making the same music that they did with Tom, because look, the band needs to evolve and they're all growing up. So of course, like, you know, they can't be screaming about, like, you know, death and misery and all that stuff forever. Like, they need to grow as a band. So this was only natural for them to sound like this, and I was kind of hoping for them to experiment with their sound, and they definitely did. It was a little bit like Bring Me the Horizon at times, and I know they're close friends with those guys, but it still remained an Architect sound with those heavy guitars and Sam's kind of vocals, even though Sam is experimenting big time here, and I'm glad he is, because Sam is an amazing vocalist. Like, he is truly one of the best vocalists in the metalcore scene, because he can do any kind of vocal, really. Like, it's crazy. Like, he is so influential to many, like, tons of the metalcore bands that we listen to because of his, like, singy, screamy kind of technique that, like, every modern metalcore band does now. But anyway, okay, let's talk about, let's go step by step through the members. So Sam absolutely crushed it here. You know, like I said, he pulls in so many influences from so many different artists that it's only natural for him to experiment with more sound. And, like, I noticed that he's, like, a big rock fan. Like, he loves, like, bands like Royal Blood too and stuff. So it's only natural for him to sound like this and not just be screaming the whole time. Like, so I expected that, and I thought his vocal techniques were very unique, very fresh. I love the whispers and his, like, distorted kind of vocals in the chorus. Like, the chorus was great. Guitar work, you know, Josh is, you know, it sounds like it's more like Josh than it is with Tom. So it sound like it wasn't anything crazy technical, because I felt like there was more emphasis on these electronic samples that they started incorporating, and I thought those were effective as hell. You know, if you do more guitar riffs, it's kind of Architects, like you kind of expected from Architects. So this is a new, fresh, unique track from them. So I liked it for what it is. Maybe other tracks I would like to hear more interesting leads, but for this song in particular, I thought the guitar work was pretty good, actually. Okay, so drumming, you know, there wasn't anything like crazy mind-blowing about the drumming. It was just kind of there as the backbone to the beat. So Dan was kind of utilizing just, you know, keeping up with the beat rather than doing these, like, I don't know, double kicks and crazy fills and stuff like that we're used to. So drumming was okay, and bass work, I couldn't really hear the bass, but that's kind of typical Architects affair. But yeah, so the song itself was super unique. It was an evolution of their sound, and I liked it. The music video was great too. And I want to talk about Holy Hell. It's an album that I actually didn't really care much about. I know a lot of people love that album, but me being an Architects fan since, like, Hollow Crown, that album was a little bit of a letdown, but I understand the circumstances because, you know, Tom passed away and Josh kind of took over. So I liked it for what it is, but it's not an album that I actually listen to very much. Maybe like a couple tracks here and there. But this song sounds like a fresh, unique step. And the thing about this song is that it's not bland too. Like, this incorporates a lot of the modern sounds that we're hearing in music today. So this is just going to catapult Architects into even, like, bigger territory. So I think this is a phenomenal track. I can't wait for the rest of the album. I do hope there's a good mix of like these kind of tracks, some heavy tracks, some slower tracks, because Architects can pull so many different sounds from so many different artists that they're influenced by, that I hope that they continue to experiment, but hopefully for some tracks maintain the heavy. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Architects Animals. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about the song, so comment down below, spice up my life. Very curious to know what you guys thought about the song, because this is very different for Architects. Good or bad? For me, good, but I'm curious to know what you guys thought. But on that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time.
Peace.